You are now watching Zach Lesage PTCG. Let's get it! Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be covering over Orbeetle VMAX. What? Yeah, this deck's actually been crushing it lately, and it's one of those things where I'm super excited to dive into it. But before we dive into there, I'm super excited to announce something. And I mean, I guess we'll start it off like this. We got a mystery package to open. I mean, I'm not the biggest Pokemon YouTuber, I'm not the biggest YouTuber, I'm not the biggest anything. I mean, I'm a big guy, but that's about it. It's one of those things where I'm super excited to open up this package, so let's see what's inside. So let's carefully not cut the contents of this package. And let's see what we got inside. We got some new clothes. Look at how this shirt looks. And honestly, I'm super excited. Honestly, this feels amazing. And I thought about it. I've actually, like, to be completely transparent, this is gonna be my first time doing like a product review on my channel. I'm honored that INTOTHEAM has decided to partner with me. I do have a discount code available for the website, but like this feels super comfy. It's one of those things where like I'm always very conscious about the clothes that I just wear or whatever. So this is super awesome. I think the design looks sweet. There's a bunch of stuff, whether it's basics or screen printed stuff. So honestly, if you want to help support INTOTHEAM, help support the Zach Lesage PTCG channel, check the description below. The description will have a link to the discount code and a bunch of stuff. You could do bundles, push that discount a little bit further, but it seems awesome. So I'm just gonna try on the other shirts quick, then we'll get into this Orbeetle video, peeps. I wonder what's gonna be in this package. I really like the fit of this one. This one feels really good. I think it like kind of defines my body well, so I don't look like a pumpkin, but it's one of those things where I'm just really, this feels really good. And we got one more as well, so I'm excited to see exactly what's in this last one. Ooh, I see some color inside of here. Honestly, look how cool the design of this shirt looks. I mean, I'm super happy with how it fits, how it feels, how it looks, and I mean, I think I'm hooked. And hopefully y'all like it too. I mean, I think a lot of the stuff here, I try to bring cool hats and cool shirts and stuff like that. Definitely glad to have INTOTHEAM along for the ride. So like I said, I got the discount code available in there, whether you want to just get a basic tee, do some kind of bundle to go for the 3 for $60 graphic tees or something like that, or maybe you want to just get, I don't know, whatever you want to do, there's that discount code. So help out INTOTHEAM. Thank you so much for INTOTHEAM for reaching out to my channel. More than happy to review these clothes right before the video. And I mean, that being said, maybe this busted shirt will bring some awesome games for Orbeetle. So Orbeetle doing its 10 everywhere, using all that healing power from Cheryl. This deck's been absolutely doing phenomenal at events. Basically, Orbeetle was all the way down here. Now it's in our top 10 of the metagame analysis, so you know I gotta check it out. Always trying to check out the top 10 decks whenever possible on the channel. If you're looking for the list, you can check in the description below. If you haven't given this video a like already, give this video a like signal, beam that to the masses, and you could also subscribe right there. Totally trying to get to 3,500. We are on our way to the moon. Thank you so much everyone for the support. Let's jump into this deck profile. So jumping into this deck, we got Orbeetle VMAX. What does Orbeetle VMAX do? Well, it has its Eerie Beam ability that says once during your turn, if this Pokemon's your active Pokemon, you could ping 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. I mean, what do you think about this? Well, you could definitely use it a whole bunch as 1 retreat cost, so you can move around with U-Turn Board, you can move around with Malolana, you can move around with Bird Keeper, and basically put yourself Orbeetle into Orbeetle into Orbeetle, and maybe retreat every once in a while, so you can get a few pings in per turn. That's why this deck really focuses on the Orbeetle VMAX. It has its G-Max Wave Attack, and I mean, the whole goal here is like, yeah, you could use G-Max Wave Attack. The whole goal is to basically tank a bunch of hits with the Orbeetle VMAX, using Eerie Beam whenever possible, G-Max Wave when your opponent has a bunch of energies on. And that's if you can get a bunch of energies on this Pokemon, because a whole other card that makes this deck is the Cheryl. So you can heal all damage from each of your evolution Pokemon. VMAX Pokemon do count as evolution Pokemon if you do discard all energy from the Pokemon that were healed in this way. So basically, between retreating, you just want to kind of build up the one that you don't think is going to get damaged, and then use Cheryl as a free healer over and over again. You could balance this using it over with Cynthia and Caitlyn. So you can put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand, you basically grabbing a Cheryl. When you do, you could discard, draw 3 cards. So you could search out Tag Call, use Tag Call to search out the Cynthia Caitlyn, or search out the Malolana, where there's a lot of healing there. Now, one thing that I changed from this list, and there's a stock list, if I could put this towards anywhere, I'd say that Azul really came up with this concept, or at least I saw the video that Azul covered on it. Gamer Aloe, I played against him at the GG Tour events, or maybe it was the Limitless Major. Either way, it's one of those things where I saw the list, I was like, yo, this list is tight. Let's see exactly how it works. I did add in a Mimikyu. Now that there's a lot of GX Pokemon that have abilities, like Mewtwo and Mew-GX is popping off. The other day I just did my Galaxy Mewtwo video. If you haven't got a chance, check that one out. But this could stop the Mewtwo's. I know they got Stealthy Hood, but we do got Tool Scrapper, so I think that could be kind of hot. And then there's Snorlax here to basically draw cards with Gormandize. You may be like, yo, Zach, Snorlax has no way to retreat. You can just get it stuck in the active. That's cool. We got like 3 Malolanas, access to another 4 more with Cynthia and Caitlyn bringing them back. And we have another couple Bird Keepers. So if they're going to try to stall out with Snorlax or anything else, we should be pretty cool. And I mean, the whole goal of this deck is to go 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, over and over again, and then really try to isolate Pokemon with G-Max Wave that can really create a ruckus for us. Not a lot of Pokemon are hitting for 310 right now, and if they are, that's probably where it's going to be a bit of a toughie. If they aren't, then we're probably golden. We do have, what's it called? The Lily's Pokédoll here. So the Lily's Pokédoll, you could also send in the active, creating it very difficult for your opponent to go boss on your Pokemon every single turn. So I mean, it's seemingly pretty, like, it's seemingly simple at its core, although this deck does take a lot of like discipline to play correctly. So we'll see if we could run into any cool matchups on the ladder. I mean, when it comes to something like this, like with Players Cup 4, a lot of people are testing real decks. So I'm just gonna go into the ladder with this one, see exactly if we can hit anything awesome, and let's check out some of these games. Okay, so we won the coin flip. I think that's actually great for us. Yeah, we want to go first when it comes to this deck, just so we can get everything all set up. What are we going to start with? Ooh, and we started off with Snorlax, Orbeetle, Capture Energy. I really like this hand. I think it's really good. We don't want to bench another Pokemon. We can always make that decision on our turn. And let's see what our opponent's flipping. Mad Party. I think this is actually a really good matchup for us. So I'm going to go ahead here and Orbeetle. I'm going to attach the energy to the Orbeetle. I like that a lot. And it allows me to search my deck. I think searching through your deck is one of the best things you could possibly do. We want to get a bunch of Orbeetles down here. I think that makes a lot of sense. Grass energies. You can see we got enough energies. We got 3 there, so we have to be careful with the way that we're discarding our energies. But nothing crazy seems to be prized. We do have access to Orbeetle VMAXs. I'm not really complaining here. So let's go ahead, grab that. Let's go Quick Ball. Cheryl's not really going to be that important in this matchup. So let's pitch that away, grab our other Orbeetle. And I mean, triple Orbeetle down, we're going to go ahead here and Gormandize. So as long as we find a way out of the active spot, which we did with Bird Keeper, we're able to start hitting with Eerie Beam as soon as possible. So I think that's going to be super huge in this matchup, especially considering these Pokemon do not have a lot of HP. Although they did pitch quite a few Mad Party Pokemon, 3 to be in fact. I mean, they're, well, probably not. And if they knock us out, we have a chance of getting into the triple Orbeetle to knock out all their Sinisties. But we'll see exactly how that goes. I think they're just kind of trying to draw as many cards as possible. Their Giovanni's Exile won't work this game, by the way, because we are going to put damage counters on the Dedennes and the Crobats. So there's the Sinistea. There's the Mad Party. Not enough for a knockout. Too short, but that's okay. We take those. So let's go Orbeetle. And at this point, I think I'm okay to just go ahead and Bird Keeper right now. I don't want a Malolana heal. I don't care about the Snorlax. I'm just going to go Bird Keeper because if I can get a Grass Energy, I can knock out their Pokemon and start doing some stuff. So let's go Bird Keeper. Draw 3 cards. Nothing crazy. Only getting the 1 out, so we're just going to start powering up another one. So we can go Capture Energy here. I mean, I don't think Capture Energy is going to be anything crazy. There's like nothing here that I want to grab. I could grab a Snorlax, but I don't want to bench down more than 2. Because if I bench one Snorlax, it gets knocked out, that puts my opponent at 5. Another Snorlax, that puts my opponent at 4. I could force 2 Orbeetles as my last prize cards. So that's really the plan here. And I'm trying to thin out my hand as much as possible, so let's go Snorlax there. Let's go ahead here, go U-turn board. I mean, I can use the tag call if I really want to for Guzmahala. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that after using Eerie Beam. So nothing crazy, but let's go ahead and see where it goes for next turn. Let's go Gormandize for 1. It's better than doing nothing, and we can always Malalon out of the active. So I'll take the Lily's Pokédoll there. I mean, as long as they don't boss his orders and knock out an Orbeetle, we're doing pretty good here this game. And even still, we're doing very good in this matchup. I think it's hard for us to lose unless they just get a really early kill on the Orbeetle, which would just like slow everything down. So there's Mad Party. I'm pretty happy so far, to be honest. So let's send up this one because that one's always going to start off the chain. And we got the Turfield. So Turfield allows us to get another one. If we could just find one more. Actually, I probably could have used Cynthia Caitlin first and then used Turfield. That would have been a lot better. Okay, you want to know what? I think I'm still just going to go for the knockout. That sounds really good if you ask me. So we're going to go tag call here. We're going to search our deck for the Guzmahala, another Guzmahala. I really like that. Cynthia Caitlin, Malalana, cool. So we're going to go like this. Let's go Guzmahala away. Let's discard Malalana and the Weakness Guard energy. I don't think we need the Weakness Guard energy. We're going to be searching for an Aromatic Grass, that is. U-turn board, Turfield Stadium. Perfect. So we are going to be able to get the knockout. Maybe I'll go for a strafe knockout. That might be a little bit better. Although I do want the extra damage counters on them. So let's go Eerie Beam. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And we don't have enough to get everything, so let's go for the Aromatic Grass energy here because we are going to retreat into it. I like retreating first before I attach, just to make sure I don't miss that I retreated already. Because with this deck, you got to keep track of which Orbeetle VMAXs you've used Eerie Beams on. If you retreated, if you've attached an energy, one wrong step and you are out of there. So let's go U-turn board there. Let's go Eerie Beam, build up some more damage counters. And let's go G-Max Wave. So that's going to take care of their energy, hopefully. Well, I mean, not hopefully. I guess it will just take care of their energy. And there's a Capture energy. Nothing crazy for us, but they can't Giovanni exile those Pokemon down on their bench. So we're going to continuously build up some damage on their board. And then the I guess they're going to attack with Poltegeist. How many do they have in their discard pile? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they can get 2 more in their discard pile, and then bring up my Orbeetle, it can get really bad, but we'll have to see exactly how it goes. There's a Dance of Tribute. I'm actually super fine with them putting that down. Maybe I could put a Mimikyu down if I really wanted to. So we'll have to see exactly what's going on. Okay, there's an Evolution Incense. There's a Galarian Mr. Rhyme. What are they going to do here? Will they be able to get Boss some kind of energy, whether it's a twin or a triple acceleration energy, and get those other Pokemon in their discard pile? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 more in the discard pile, Boss, and an energy. So there's T-Break, so that means they need to get 1 more in their discard pile now. I mean, I don't want them to knock out the Orbeetle on the bench. That would really suck for us. But at that point, we can kind of just heal our way. I don't think they could hit 310. There's only 16 Mad Party Pokemon, and that's when Cheryl would come in very good. So at most, they can hit for 300, which is pretty cool. So there's the Boss. Uh-oh. There's the Twin. That is not enough. So this is going to be an awkward turn for our opponents. Yeah, and they're just going to concede. That makes a lot of sense. We're going to call tails. I lost the coin flip. Hopefully our opponent lets us go first. That'd be really good for our deck. They're going to be going first. So they might be playing like ADP or something like that. But our hand right now seems really good. We'll give our opponent the friendly hello. And we can only start with the Orbeetle, so that's fine. But you want to know what? We do have access to the whole tag call, U-turn board thing. So them starting with Zacian can be amazing for us. Depends if they're playing LucMetal or not. LucMetal's a really tough matchup for this deck. There's Metal Goggles. That's going to stop anything going on with this deck. So it's going to be a really tough one. We do have the Tool Scrapper to get over it. But basically, it does get over the ability of Orbeetle VMAX. And of course, we have to deal with that resistance. And of course, we are a VMAX deck. So it's one of those things where not my favorite matchup to be seeing. Maybe they'll overbench Pokemon. That'd certainly be one of the best ways for it. But we could search through for the Tool Scrapper and see if we have a way to kind of heal back and forth. Decking out could be a possibility, but I also don't see that really happening either. So it's going to be a tough one. They do have the LucMetal. They do have the Malolana. Depends on how many copies of Metal Goggles they actually play. If they just like bench all their Metal Goggles, that's where it's going to be huge. Or just play down all their Metal Goggles. The fact that they got another energy out, really bad for us if there is ever anything that could be really bad for us. So we're going to go here and go for Cynthia Caitlin. We're going to start off by doing this. Grabbing 3 cards. Awesome. We're going to go Capture Energy. The Capture Energy is a really good first step. We can go ahead and Capture Energy for a Snorlax. I think that's quite important. I am going to put a Turffield Stadium out in play. And I am going to go U-turn board just so I could draw some cards. Now, one thing I didn't get a chance to check is my prize card. So we do have all of our Orbeetles. We did prize an Orbeetle VMAX, so we do have to keep that in mind. Prized a Lily's Pokédoll. I mean, nothing crazy. We do have our reset stamps. We do have a decent bit of energies, so we're just going to go ahead here and Gormandize. I don't want to draw into one of those Orbeetle VMAXs. I should have checked for Tool Scrapper. That's one card that I did not get a chance to check, but luckily enough for us, we did get Tool Scrapper in our hands. So we do have that going for us. Now, it would suck if our opponent went Chaotic Swell on that Turffield, meaning that we just wouldn't be able to do it, but they did go Power Plant. I mean, it's not bad. Their Tool Scrapper is not really going to do too much, in my opinion. I mean, my Tool Scrapper is certainly going to be a little bit more important. Oh, and they're actually going to Marnie and put it at the bottom. That's scary. Okay. So the whole goal here is maybe I can isolate the Zacian. That might be better. But right now it does not look like my hand's very good. The fact that they put down another Zacian and there's double Zacian and everything, and they play down all their tools, it doesn't seem like they necessarily know what they're doing in this particular matchup. They might not have played against it before. That's fine. So I mean, nothing against our opponent, but I mean, these are all very good things that can go well for us. Now, I'm a little bit worried here because our hand sucks. I'm going to go ahead here and go Eerie Beam. 10. And by 10, I mean Metal Goggles, yeehaw. Let's go U-turn board, retreat, send this up. Let's try to hit the other one up for 10 as well. I mean, we can always build up damage somehow, right? And I'm not going to play boss orders. I am going to pass. Now, there's not really a really great draw support that we have that we could top deck. Maybe Cynthia Caitlin, maybe a tag call. Those would be super cool. But right now, it looks like they're just going to go for Intrepid Sword. And they are correctly choosing that Pokemon. Maybe I'll bring up the LucMetal here. Okay, we did get a Weakness Guard energy. So I'm actually okay with this. Weakness Guard energy. Let's just go bring this up. Just in case they like don't have a way to attack. Let's go Eerie Beam. I don't really want to go Eerie Beam with the other one. I think I just kind of want to pass here. and hopefully just get something set up. I don't want to bench the Orbeetle because they could just boss orders that up. Then they only need to focus on one Orbeetle VMAX. So not a great situation. That Marnie was pitiful for our hands, but we're not terribly losing yet. We have some kind of opportunity to play. Our opponent did put enough Pokemon for us to just knock out in the game. So Malolana being here, I mean, I'm just going to go Eerie Beam. Again, I'm going to pass on the Malolana just because I'm not able to heal. I don't care about doing 10 other damage. I'd rather keep the cards in my hands. So really awkward situation to be in. But they don't have the one-shot potential on our Pokemon. And I mean, I guess we're slowly building up the damage on this Pokemon. Really, we need to get a Tool Scrapper to be building up more damage, and we need to start attacking with G-Max Wave. That could certainly do a bunch, especially with Malolana kind of setting things back. So if they decide to go for like hard retreating or something like that, and they decide to speed this up, that's really where it can become tough for us. But sometimes you're just gonna get martied into nothing, and this deck is a little bit inconsistent. I hate to say it, it can be super inconsistent at times. So yeah, they are going ahead and retreating. It does make it difficult for them to jump back here. I mean, maybe they'll just go like Metal Saucer, but right now it seems okay for us. Especially if we can get a Grass Energy, that'd be amazing. And maybe it's all part of their plan. They're just gonna go Metal Saucer, Full Metal Wall. See, there's the Cynthia Caitlyn. Like, we do have some kind of options. I don't feel comfortable though putting down this Orbeetle, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and actually, you wanna know what? Maybe I won't be able to win this game if I don't put down that Orbeetle. So I'm gonna go ahead there, Cynthia Caitlyn. Let's go for a Cheryl. Cheryl's certainly gonna give me some kind of options. I mean, I don't like these. I don't like this at all. I'm just gonna go Eerie Beam like this. Can't really attack, and if they got me, they got me. If they have the boss switch Lily's Pokédoll combo, that's cool. I will certainly take my loss. I'm trying to go in for the long haul, and although some moves like putting the Orbeetle V down might seem like I'm absolutely misplaying, I do understand that in order for myself to have some kind of clinging chance in this game, this is really what I need. So I'm fine taking that risk, considering I feel like my chances of winning this game are very low. If my chances of winning this game were very high, I'd probably play a little bit differently for what it's worth. Okay, we do have Guz Mahala. The Guz Mahala will be able to get us out of Turf Fields. It will be able to get us out everything. So let's go ahead and go with that. I think that sounds like a great idea. So we're going to pitch those two away. I don't want to see the Cheryl go, but it's just going to have to happen. We're going to grab the Grass Energy like that. So Turf Field allows us to evolve. I'm liking that. Let's grab our Orbeetle VMAX. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and attack. Don't want to put the U-turn board down immediately. So let's just go Eerie Beam. Nothing crazy. And I'm going to go for G-Max Wave. So for a decent bit of damage, they are getting closer to that knockout. So maybe we'll draw some prize cards at some points. Again, it is looking a little dicey. I really would like to get a reset stamp if possible, because I know they're basically like an attack and a boss away. But again, if they hard retreat, it could be very difficult for them. Even the Full Metal Wall, I'm totally cool with that if they're not taking the knockout here. If they're not doing a bunch of damage, I'd rather almost them do the Full Metal Wall, because at least I'd have access to my Cheryls this game. I could just freely use Cheryl and just try to find Tool Scrapper. So really, I'm just taking this matchup a little bit slower. There's their Malolana. Cool. I don't know why they're not going for the Zamazenta. I think the Zamazenta would just be so much better, because it would just block the G-Max Wave. They just go Zamazenta with a Metal Goggles on there and just leave one there. I mean, I think we're absolutely destroyed here, but I mean, that's what it is. So I'm gonna go Cynthia Caitlyn. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna discard the Weakness Guard energy, and I'm gonna get back like a Cheryl. That makes the most sense for me. Reset stamp, sure. And And as long as they don't have a boss, we're okay. But I'll start building up some more damage. I mean, I think it's fine. We're still just really looking for Tool Scrapper, but we have double U-turn board. I do have Cheryl, so maybe they'll retreat and then attack. I don't think I have another Orbeetle in there. So yeah, we have a reset stamp, we have a Tool Scrapper, we have other Cheryls. So I mean, as long as I just keep on going through with Cheryls, and I can, as long as they don't get boss here, we're in a really good spot. But if they do, it can get a little bit, it can get rough. But I mean, at least this will show, like, if they do not win this turn, how much healing this deck can do, and kind of the amount of times it could stay in a game. So you could win a game 1, stay in with a long game 2, and that's something that's huge for a deck like this. So I mean, I'm feeling pretty okay. Nothing crazy going on, but I can go Snorlax now. I don't hate that. So let's go Eerie Beam here. Snorlax. Let's go Cheryl. So it sucks to lose those energies, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Gorman dies. The reason why I'm putting Snorlax down is because they cannot OHKO that Snorlax. Like, they cannot OHKO the Snorlax and win the game, sorry. They can definitely OHKO the Snorlax, that's fine. But now they need to find a boss to attack, and then I just go Cheryl. And all that damage is just wiped off. So I'm just trying to lead it to a game where, like, they can't do much, and I can eventually just win by, like, vibing out. And we still have, like, 2 Cheryls left after this, and we have another Cynthia Caitlyn, and we have Malolanas. So maybe we will be able to, like, kind of vibe into this game. They're not reducing damage with LucMetal right now either. Oh, and they're going right with the Brave Blade. Crazy. So that's fine. We're gonna go here like this. Get everything set up. Reset stamp to 1 might be really good. I think I'd rather hold on to it for like a little bit though. So I'm gonna go ahead here, go Weakness Guard on this Pokemon. Before I do any kind of damage, I think I'm gonna try to draw some cards. Let's go for Tag Call. So we got a Guzmahala there. Do I really care about those energies? Probably not. I just want to draw into, the Tool Scrapper. So let's go Cynthia Caitlyn, discarding the Guzmahala, grabbing back a Cheryl, because I like the Cheryl. Did not grab the Tool Scrapper. Okay, so we're going to go ahead here, Eerie Beam. And I mean, will they find the boss? That's the big question. They just used Brave Blade to knock me out last turn. So let's go ahead here. I mean, if they want to retreat or play a switch, be my guest. Let's go Eerie Beam again. Let's just build up some more damage. I know it's only 10 more damage, but I really think it could add up. And we just got to vibe out here because there's really nothing else. Like, we're just looking for energies, and we're going to continuously be using Cheryl, attach an energy, just trying to survive until we can get some Tool Scrapper things down. But that's really where this game can go. And I mean, yeah, they got a really quick start on us. It's a really poor matchup for us. They really put our hand in a tough place. But this deck can kind of come back from some stuff. And I don't even know if I can come back and win this game. But I feel like I'm in an okay spot. I wonder if they're going to grab off the Guzmahala. Maybe they're like predicting that I'm going to use Tool Scrapper. I don't know if I would have discarded a Lily's Pokédoll. I guess Lily's Pokédoll doesn't really matter in this matchup either. So we'll see what they're grabbing. I mean, maybe they have a Chaotic Swell left in their deck. Most lists play 1 Power Plant, 1 Chaotic Swell. Just a Coating Metal Energy, I guess. That's fine. Build up more energies in play. I want to use more damage with G-Max Wave when I get there. Cool. So there's an energy. What are they going to do? They have not played a switching card yet. Hopefully they do not attack into us. Just really waiting here. Are they going to use Intrepid Sword? Might be a good turn for us to go Reset Stamp on them. There's their Intrepid Sword. Awesome. So we did make the correct choice of doing the extra 10 damage. Let's see what we can get here. So we got a Lily's Pokédoll. I mean, I think that's fine. Again, nothing crazy going on here. Just gonna go Eerie Beam here. I'm gonna go ahead here, put Capture Energy onto our active, just so we're able to attack if we do draw into one of those energies. I'm not grabbing the Orbeetle at any cost. Now it's just way too risky, and we don't have the other Orbeetle VMAX available to us. We do have 3 energies left, so nothing crazy. 3 energies that we can use to attack with. So I did use that. No point in me bringing anything else up. I am gonna go Reset Stamp. And then I'm just going to retreat into the Lily's Pokédoll, and then I'm gonna pass here. I think this seems like a good strategy. And I mean, they might just go for Brave Blade. That might be a tough one. Oh, they got Research. Okay. At least we're maybe in a range to like deck out our opponents. Although I don't think that's also very possible. I honestly don't know what my win con is. Like, I feel like we're letting way too many turns go by. We're not getting our Tool Scrapper. We're not getting our Grass Energies. I mean, there's really only like Bird Keeper, 3 kind of Grass Energies in the deck. And I don't even know what else I'm looking for at that point. So let's go ahead, send this up. What are we gonna get? Lily's Pokédoll, cool. I mean, we're gonna go Eerie Beam, hit that till it's at 180. Remember, this Pokemon does have 270. I mean, are we gonna force our opponent into getting out of the active spot? They've only used 1 switch. I think they have to have more. So if they have Switch Boss, I'm cool with it. If they don't, I'm also cool with it. We're just gonna pass here. If worst comes to worst, we could always put Lily's Pokédoll at the bottom of the deck. And I mean, again, this is not how the deck like is going to win the game, but it does functionally show you how you can use Eerie Beam against a field of Pokemon. I mean, the Metal Goggles is certainly slowing us down, but this is exactly how it would work. And we do play the Tool Scrapper, so I mean, I wouldn't necessarily count us out yet, but I'm not necessarily like, yo, this is the game that we're winning here. And of course, it's got to be frustrating for our opponent too, because they're really not doing much. We're technically like doing more damage per turn than our opponents. So let's see how they decide to handle this. I mean, they might just not have the necessary resources here. What are they gonna do? And it's more or less a waiting game, because I'm just like, there's only so much that I can do. I'm just waiting for my opponent to make moves at this point. And maybe they're realizing that I'm just like, I'm very close to getting things. Are they gonna go Boss? I don't think hitting me for 150 is a good idea either, for what it's worth. Yeah, because I could just heal, and they can only do a maximum of 230, so it's a wasted attack, and the Malolana becomes quite strong. So the Weakness Guard energy is not going to do anything, but let's go Eerie Beam, 10 damage. Let's go Malolana. Let's go Switch your active, heal the 120. So let's discard this. I mean, I don't really care about the boss orders that much. We're going to switch into this because we have not retreated yet. So this is how we're going to be chaining our Eerie Beams. And then let's retreat into this to end our turn. No point of attaching an energy. I want to save those energy attachments after I Cheryl. So they're using more and more resources. We're getting closer to a knockout. Not that I think that like drawing that prize card is going to be the most important, but I mean, we are in a position where I can attack into this if I just draw a Grass Energy. And they're probably just going to go Heavy Impact again. Most of these lists play just like a couple bosses. That they've played 2 bosses so far. I mean, it's way too much for me to not. So I'm going to go Eerie Beam, hit there for 10. I might as well go Cheryl. Oh, actually, the other one has 30 on it. No! The Cheryl will kill us. I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter because we have the other energies. So let's go Cheryl. It sucks. I really don't like this, but we have to because they could just retreat boss game. So we're going to go Cheryl here. Force them into an awkward position. Let's go Capture Energy just to determine what else we have left here. Don't want to grab that out. We have 4 energies left. So I mean, out of the deck of cards that we like Tool Scrapper, Bird Keeper, or Aromatic, both of them. So that's 4, there's 5, there's 6. So about 50, basically 50% of the deck is cards that's going to be advantageous for us, and the others just do not matter. So we're going to send the Lily's Pokédoll up here, and we're going to vibe with that. And I mean, if they don't have boss, they're going to have to just start attacking with the LucMetal. They can have boss as their last prize card. They might not have boss left in general. They might just play 2 boss. I mean, likely they play 3 boss, but it's telling me they're between their hand and their deck that they do not have the boss. And we have a bunch of Cheryls. And the turn that they use Full Metal Wall is also a turn that they're not attacking. So, I mean, I don't feel like terrible in this game. It's not the worst game I've ever played of Pokemon. I've come back from worse. There's another boss. Wow. So they're just bringing up the one with the energy again. I mean, I don't think they have another boss here. Ooh, and we grab the grass energy. Wait, did they just go Full Metal Wall? That seems so bizarre that they went Full Metal Wall, especially after I don't have the double energies. Yeah, we're going to go ahead here, retreat, send up this, and we're going to have to go pass. So I thought that it was crazy because I would have just used Cheryl and discarded my own energy. They almost gave us a +1 energy. I mean, again, we're not doing great in the energy department, but we are doing okay right now because we're doing 250 minus 60. So 190 to that Pokemon. If we could top deck like a Tool Scrapper, we might just be in business. And by being in business, we might not be in business, but we're getting closer to knocking out that Zacian. Another energy? Are they going to hard retreat it? That's so weird. I don't get that. Why? I'm gonna go Aromatic on this Pokemon. I'm gonna go Eerie Beam. So 6, 350 minus 60, 290. That's gonna be enough for me to draw 3 prize cards here. I don't know why they attached an extra energy and got an extra energy with Steel Fist. Maybe they didn't know what my GX attack did. The Lily's Pokédoll is great. The Bird Keeper there is great. We might be able to lick this game up just by going like heal. Because they're going to go 220. I'm going to go full heal, attach another energy. Because we got options here right now. But this is what I'm saying, like, sometimes you just stay in a game long enough and your opponent does not know and they just force themselves into it. Okay, so we're gonna go Eerie Beam. We're gonna double check to see how many switch our opponents use. They've used a bunch of that stuff. So let's go ahead here. We're going to go ahead and go Cheryl before we do anything else. Heal there. You can see the amount of damage that we're healing. Retreat. It's a great opportunity for us to check through our deck. So we do have access to Tool Scrapper, Bird Keeper, and one more. So basically, we could do some very limited healing. It's going to be a tough one. Let's go ahead here, attach the Capture Energy. and we're going to go ahead here and pass. So, I mean, our opponents used a bunch of bosses. That's 3 of them. And I mean, the fact that we have not seen the Tool Scrapper at all is kind of ridiculous. But I'm feeling okay this game at this point, because they have to go boss. We still have another Cheryl. Depends on what they boss. They basically have one more boss until I play it with the Orbeetle. Okay, so we're gonna go here and Lily's Pokédoll, we're gonna put this into the deck. Because I basically want to get off as many attacks here as possible. Or as many Eerie Beams as possible. So we're gonna go like that. Let's shuffle that Pokemon in the deck. I mean, I could also go ahead here. I'm not worried about decking out. I either lose the game or I don't. I'm just gonna grab this out of the deck. That might have just been better from the beginning to give myself better odds. Let's go ahead here. Eerie Beam first. So the reason why I'm going Eerie Beam first is so that I can go Bird Keeper and then go into a Lily's Pokédoll at the end of the turn, because I still haven't retreated yet. There's an Eerie Beam. And we're gonna go ahead here and pass. So if they go ahead and knock out this Lily's Pokédoll, that's cool. If they go ahead here, attack the Orbeetle VMAX, that's cool. Because they will not have another boss if they use another boss. They'd have to go Cynthia Caitlyn first, so at least it gives us a turn to use Cheryl. I mean, we'll have to see exactly what our opponent's going to do here. Maybe they should have built up a Zamazenta V a long time ago. They already got 1 in their discard pile. Most lists are packing 2. Maybe they're just searching through their deck being like, yo, where's my other boss? The same way that I've been searching for Tool Scrapper this entire game. Okay, there's Zamazenta. That's certainly a card and a half. Our bosses are gone, by the way, for what it's worth. So it's gonna be a spooky game here. We could always go Lily's Pokédoll at the bottom of our deck and continuously edge that out. They should have access to switch though, so I just gotta be careful with what they can actually do. I could also build up this Orbeetle on my bench. So that's another thing that I gotta be careful of. So let's see what we could do here with Lily's Pokédoll, putting this at the bottom of the deck. I don't want to deck out. Maybe we'll draw some prize cards here. So let's go Eerie Beam. We can start doing Eerie Beam on this Pokemon. I think that's pretty hot. There's an Orbeetle VMAX. There's a Phoebe. Phoebe will allow me to attack through it. So 50 plus 30. I gotta be careful because they're doing minus 60. But if they do build up enough, we can be really good. I'm just gonna go ahead here, retreat into this one, and we're just gonna go back and forth. I think that's the best that I possibly can do. I don't want to attach an energy yet, so I still have some time because I have the Phoebe in my hands. So let's go ahead here and pass. So we can still place a decent bit of damage counters on our opponent's Pokemon if they attach another energy. I don't know how I want to deal with it. They might be like, yo, why is the Zach guy staying in the game? This game's going on forever. I mean, literally one of the longest games I've ever played beyond control. But, I mean, I am jumping back in this game. If I had anything going on for me earlier on in this game, I feel like I would have had a chance. So there's their switch. There's their Metal Saucer. There's their Metal Saucer. Brave Blade. Awesome. Not a Tool Scrapper. I mean, I can attack that Zacian now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 200 minus 90 for 110. I honestly don't know if that's worth it. I mean, I don't want them to remove my energy either. I think I just need to survive this as long as possible. So let's go ahead, do this. Cheryl. Do they have their metal saucers there? They do have metal saucers there. So I'm just going to go ahead here and retreat. Setting up this, I'm just going to go for it. I think it's worthwhile at this point. Let's go Eerie Beam, another 10. Let's go G-Max Wave, put them in an awkward position. Because at least they might retreat and take away my energy with Assault Tackle. And then at that point, I can go ahead and retreat and use it again. Because I'm doing 200 minus 60. 200 minus 60 is 140. So I need to build this Pokemon up to 90 before I lose the game. Tool Scrapper certainly could add up. I'm just going to take it away so I can start doing more damage. Maybe I should have saved it. That might have been a little bit better. Let's go Eerie Beam. Eerie Beam? Like, I don't hate this. I have one last energy left in my deck. And maybe this is going to be how I'm going to take it. Maybe the Phoebe's going to be that kind of wow card. There's the energy. Hold on to it, Zach. Again, one, it's going to go through. Now, I'm honestly not sure how it works based off the other effects added on. But I know that at the very least how it works. It's going to be a learning experience for us both because I haven't done Phoebe with resistance and full metal wall. I know they're not knocking me out because it's impossible for them to knock me out. I know that I have no way to bring that up. I know I have 2 cards left in my deck. Let's go ahead here and pass. Don't attach the energy because of the Assault Tackle. And if we just go Phoebe, Phoebe is 200 minus 60 at the very least. Because I know that's how I just know that I want to get through the ability. That's all it is. Are they going to grab a boss here? We're going to see. I mean, this is a terrible matchup, but I will certainly do my best to take care of it. I mean, if I could have won the game last turn, I definitely would have won the game last turn. So I might have given them an extra turn. Oh, they're not attacking me. I don't see how I lose here. So 140, right? Yes. See how much damage we do? So we did 170. So I guess it nullified the effect of either Full Metal Wall or the Metal Goggles, but we won the game. Let's go. Those games were absolutely bonkers. I mean, we got the easy matchup with the Mad Party there that our opponent resulted in a scoop, and then there was like a 30+ minute game of a painstaking chess game against Lucario and Melmetal. I mean, sure, they may have made a few mistakes here and there, and I mean, if you're my opponent, there's no shame in that. I mean, I've definitely played some games a little bit questionably, but maybe you're trying out a new strategy or it's your first time playing the deck. Either way, we were able to take that dub out of nowhere. It seemed like so random, but that's where Orbeetle can really pull in those games. I mean, it takes a while to play. It's one of those decks that just seemingly takes forever. So maybe it's not the best deck with LucMetal being in the format, but it is possible to beat LucMetal. But it does have really good matchup spreads elsewhere. So I mean, I don't know. It's made top 10 in our metagame forecast on Monday. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about the deck in the comments below. Love to get back to you on those immediately and let you know what's going on with my thoughts on the deck based off what you got to say. That being said, if you haven't given this video a like yet, be sure to do that before you end this video. Help signal boost to other Pokemon fans and subscribe to the channel. I mean, we're on our way to the moon with this channel. 4K is the next stop, really, so let's try to get there. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful one. Peace out. If you're interested in an awesome t-shirt to help support Into the AM and Zaclosage PTCG, you can get the basic tee bundle, 3 for 45 bucks, and you can get additional 10% off. Now, there's also other things. If you're more into graphic tees, we totally got those going on here too. We got the graphic tee bundle, 3 for 60, plus an additional 10% off. All of the proceeds help support the channel, and we really appreciate Into the AM for this partnership. Totally picks them up. Awesome clothing, fit well, and I love the style. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's become a channel member so far. Some peeps love watching my videos, and I totally appreciate that, but some peeps have gone more than out of their way beyond just watching my videos and have supported me financially. So shout out to everyone who's been featured on this channel, who's going through this list of names. We actually have so many channel members that I can't fit them in a single slide, so I figured this might be the best way to get everyone appreciated and kind of showcase all of the top supporters of the Zaclosage PTCG YouTube channel. Seriously, it means I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It's honestly, I'm almost at a loss for words, but I'm so happy that you are all appreciating and loving the content and that it's hitting home. And I mean, I'm up all in my feels, so I hope that you understand. And thank you so much, everyone. If you want to become a channel member, totally consider it. I'll make it worth your while. And I totally mean that. I'll do everything I possibly can for my channel members to make it sure that it's worth their while. So thank you so much, everyone. And it's just amazing. Thank you. For everyone who's wondering on how to become a channel member, I first and foremost appreciate your consideration. You can click on any one of my videos on desktop, and then you can click join. Join will give you all the opportunities about what we have going on. You can support my content, you could choose the deck list hookup where you get access to my deck list, and we have a group coaching package as well. There's a lot of other things like custom emotes, early access to videos that I try to offer. So you would just click join and you'd be good and you'd be featured at the end of these videos. Thanks so much, everyone. So much for watching and supporting the channel. If you haven't already, it'd mean the world to me if you could subscribe to help support me as a content creator. Thanks again and have yourself a great one.